All right, guys, I'm going to do this on the fly. It's not going to be very easy. I'm trying to do this from my car. My name is Ryan Blake, former United States Air Force Staff Sergeant. What I'm about to divulge, this information about, has been repressed and hidden from the public. The DSSP is trying to hide information from the public so that the public remains constantly in the dark. They don't want this information to get out. I'm honestly putting my life on the line right now. There are many catalog species that we have here on this planet. And they don't want the public to know that we don't have extraterrestrials. We already have them here. They already live here. So I'm going to show you some pictures. Now, before you laugh, this is not CGI. This is the real deal. That's just one. They are hiding this information from us, folks.
Person beside it,
This
and another one beside it, and it has big eyes and looking at us.
is the demon that landed in Las Vegas that they tried to cover up and hide.
And I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes,
Okay.
like I can explain it, and big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human. It's like an 8 foot person beside it, and another one beside it, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Listen, folks, I don't expect you to believe some veteran of the United States Air Force. I don't expect you to believe shit. Ball's in your court. You make the best of it. You decide what you want to do with it. It's up to you, because I can't make you drink from the water. I can lead the horse to the water, but I can't make you drink. That's up to you. So I'm putting my ass on the line. Just want you to know that. I'm sure someday I'll get a knock on my door, but I don't give a shit. This shit's got to get out. This information's got to be released to the public. RO knows about it. They're very, very aware of this situation. Our DSSP is aware of this situation. Our Space Force is aware of this situation. And you fucking generals, you know all about this. And I hate to embarrass you generals, and I should not do that because it's not proper. But what you've done to me and to all of the rest of us, That's the least of your concern is embarrassment. The boomerang's coming, generals. I hope you're prepared for it. Because this cat's about to get out of the fucking bag. I don't think you can actually handle it when that shit hits the fan either. So, take with what you will from this. I don't give a damn. I'm just the messenger. But I'm done. I'm done hiding. I'm done playing this fucking game. Truth's gotta get out. I'm the linchpin. You just have no idea yet. Sorry, this isn't a real positive motivational speech, but I'm extremely frustrated with the hesitancy, the stonewalling, the blockades, the constant stonewalling, the discrediting. All for what? National security? You know what you're afraid of? You're afraid of us. You're afraid of losing control over us. Once you lose control, that's it. You have no more control. Your old tactics aren't working anymore. Sorry to say it. People are awake and people are now standing up. And it's about damn time. I'm tired of it. And I know some of you generals are tired of it. I know there's a lot of cops out there and there's a lot of military personnel. You're tired of it as well. We need to come together. And we need this to get out. And if there's anybody out there that's willing to help, hey, get a hold of me. Contact me. Contact me in the link below. Because everybody's trying right now. And no real results are actually happening. Well, it is free will. But I think it's going to be up to us as a society to literally pull our heads out of our asses and get with the program.
They ignored your potential.
They just keep throwing distraction after distraction at us. They literally have to plug in 2 commercials. One's not enough. I'm frustrated, folks. I am extremely frustrated. You DSSPs, good old boys, I know what you did. I know what you all have done. Some good you've done, but a lot of bad you've done. You gotta pay for your sins. It's not fair what you've done to us. One of these days, someone's gonna step forward and knock on my door. I'm looking forward to that day. So many people have put their lives on the line just try to get the truth out. The public's ready. The public's aware. But you generals, you keep playing this cat and mouse game. Eventually, you're going to be made. Mark my words. You're eventually going to be made. However that may come to be. It will happen. As God is my witness. We have over 62 catalog species of different origin species. Over 62 catalog species, according to the Army. Specialist Stone, who was in the Disclosure Project, disclosed that information almost 20 years ago. And here we are. Still stonewalled, not getting anywhere. What are we waiting for? You think that last card is gonna do it? You think that last card is gonna convince us all? You do realize you're gonna have people like me that understand what the hell is going on. There are several linchpins. I'm not the only linchpin. Space Force, you guys are aware. I'm pretty damn sure you're aware. And if you're not, you're suppressing it. For what? Are you for the people? Or are you portraying that you're for the people and you're really not? Which is it? You have those dues. What about those dues? You guys doing anything about that? That's all right. I got backup plans. I don't know who to trust. Fog of war is so fucking thick. All the repressed information, blocked, suppressed. You don't think the public's not aware of that? You don't think the public is understanding? You politicians, whoever it is that you think you are, that you can control it all, who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think you are? When the people find out what you've done, God help you. God help you. Alpha 113, I believe it's called, or 114. Hollywood celebrities. The youth elixir from innocent children. Ryusha Malone is spot on. Orion lines, very accurate. You guys don't know who Ryusha Malone is? I suggest you check him out, orionlines.com. Once you find out about that, you realize you're not living in Goldilocks. You're living in a nightmare. We are so close to 2030. We are so close. Which makes me believe that the elite, they want to carry out their eugenics. It means 95% of the world's population has to disappear by the year 2030. so that they can fulfill their agendas. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before people just get tired of it all.
I'm obsessed with Olay's retinol body wash.
With Olay Retinol Body Wash,
Sorry for the
95%
commercial.
of women have visibly renewed.
You know, when I see pictures of men, women, I haven't seen any children yet, but I'm sure it's very possible. But the adrenal glands surgically removed, perfectly surgically removed in a circular incision. I saw these bodies. I saw the corpses. I saw the pictures. And they only want certain parts of the body. So the glands, I'm sure there's something about it that they desire that either gives them a high or it's what satisfies their so-called nutrients that they need. But it's pretty sick. And we have species, extraterrestrial or interterrestrial or just plain based from here, from home, here on Earth. They've been living amongst us, maybe in hiding, maybe just out in the open, but it doesn't matter. They've been living side by side with us. But I found out about the story that was down in South America about the Pelecaris. And yet we don't hear about that at all up here because, of course, social media is completely restricted and controlled and censored. The news, we know it all. It's all censored. It's all controlled. They want to keep us all blind. They want to keep us in the dark so that we don't know the truth. Because if we knew the truth, we wouldn't put up with this shit. So, it really is just a matter of time before people wake up, get with the fucking program. But it's going to take a lot to push us in that direction. What does that mean? Financial collapse, war, displacement of families, people in general. But somehow I just have this funny feeling that people are too stupid and won't wake up. I mean, look how many people stood in line to get How many times? Not once, not twice, not three, not four, almost 5, 6 times. I can't wrap my mind around that, man. How people can be that ignorant. You trust your government that much? That's obtuse. You know, Mr. T doesn't get into office. I'm going to tell you this right now. This country's over. It's done. There will not be a republic. You know, so many people think, oh, you got it all wrong. we're in a democracy. No, a democracy is not what we are. We're a republic. The choices come down to the people, not to the elected officials. We elect those elected officials, and we appoint them to do their jobs. That's a republic, not a democracy. Get it straight, folks. Know your Constitution, know your rights. I honestly don't know if there's any hope for this country. I'll just be honest with you. Simply because people are too distracted with their Kardashians and their lifestyles. Just could care less about what the hell's going on in the world. Well, I saw two outcomes. I saw two futures, not three. Well, I did see a third one, and it was beautiful. There is peace on earth. And I hope that that third outcome is the one that we're on. Because right now, I'll be honest with you, boys and girls, I cannot determine where we are right now on this time convergence of three separate timelines that we're on. They're all heading, and it's going to converge into one. What does that mean? I'm no expert on timelines. I'm no expert on time convergence or string theory. I just know that I saw three futures. That's crazy. I'm sure that the possibility is even larger than that. So the three that I saw, one, there was global nuclear war, and it was hot. I just remember how hot the environment was. Post-apocalyptic. I just remember how hot it was. I survived. I don't know how, but I survived. I didn't die. I must have been in an area where I didn't get hit. But I was alone, and it sucked. I didn't have my family, my kids, my wife, none of it. I was alone. Trying to survive, trying to scrounge up scraps of water wherever I could find it. I mean, it was difficult, you know. Food wasn't so much of an issue for me, it was more water. There was a scarcity of water like you wouldn't believe. So that was the first vision of that timeline. And I also encountered a reptilian Draco, a reptilian guard. And we went head to head. And I honestly don't know what the outcome was, whether he killed me or I killed him. I've told you the story. My cat was involved. It's pretty crazy. He jumped on the back of the reptilian as it pushed and pinned me against the wall. And my cat jumped on his back, and of course, you know, he's a big tabby. He's a male. You know, he sinks all four, you know, front and back paws into you and bites you. You're gonna feel it. And that Draco guard felt it, man. And it hurt, man. I could tell he was in pain. He did not like it. My cat went to town on his ass. My cat Andy, he loves me like you wouldn't believe. That cat would die for me. Somehow, Andy got him off of me, And he let go of me, dropped me. I dropped the shotgun and I fell to the ground. The shotgun fell to the ground and he spun around trying to get my cat off his back. He was trying to grab it and couldn't reach it because my cat was perfectly centered in his back where he couldn't get him. And I screamed out to Andy as I perched up my shotgun, and Andy jumped off his back, and then the Draco saw me and it was too late for him. I blew a hole right in his chest, killed him, dropped him right there on the floor. Now, whether or not that outcome even happens, I hope to God it doesn't, because I really don't want to go through that. But if that's my destiny, then that's my destiny. I know that I have to go through that, unfortunately. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. The second outcome wasn't good either. The second outcome was where the United Nations took over the world. We became a new world order. We created smart cities. Everyone was screwed. Everyone was a robot. A mindless drone robot. Just doing what you're told to do, rinse and repeat. So basically, whoever survives post-apocalyptic nuclear war, you become slaves. And that's what happened to me and my wife. We became slaves. Yeah, we lived a good life, but we were completely oblivious. Like a hive mind. They took over. They literally took over the human species. So that outcome, that future, that second timeline, that ain't happening. The third one was where we are right now. This earth that we're living on, the way things look right now, stayed the same. Families came together. They were no longer butting heads. Families came together, and love was the most important thing, and peace, and understanding and appreciation of others. Mankind came to its full spiritual capacity and enlightenment. You could say that we had a resurrection, a rebirth. That the Christ consciousness came through. And everyone was almost like reborn and baptized in the holy fire. That is what I want. That is the outcome I want. That is where Jesus reigns 1,000 years on this earth. That is the outcome I want. It's predicted in the Bible.
People were coming by the masses.
So? Which outcome are we going to have? But I know it all resides on all of our shoulders. We are the key. We, human beings, are the key to this whole entire mess. And I'll be honest with you. If there is a God, and that God is truly what he says he is, that he is pure love, then I have to have absolute faith and conviction in my belief that God really is in control. And we're going through a redemption type of process. We're being what's the word? You know, when you refine gold, you get the slag on top, and then you take it off, and then you refine it, you heat it up again, you keep removing the impurities, and you remove the slag until you get pure 0.999 fine pure gold. That's what's happening to us. We're being refined. And no, it's not an easy process. You have to go through the fire again. How many times do we have to go through the fire? Quite a few times. We got to remove that slag. We got to remove those impurities. We have to look at our lives. We have to look inward. We have to reflect, and we have to be accountable for our actions. We have to be worthy in God's eyes. Yes, I know there's a lot of evil, but that's gonna get eradicated. So I think we're at that point where we're hitting that precipice. There's no turning back, boys and girls. We've already gone past bingo. So wherever we end up, that's why I always tell you guys at the end of my videos, remember, if God is for us, who could be against us? We have to have that faith. We have to have the armor of God on. If you expect to make it through this. And I'm not sure everyone's going to make it to the finish line. I'm just not sure that everyone's going to make it. That could be me as well. So it's hard to say what the future brings. It's hard to say. But I will give you one piece of information that keeps you guessing. It keeps you wondering, are we really heading in the right direction? Well, when you look at animals on this planet, what have we been seeing lately that is becoming more common? Albino animals are becoming more prevalent than ever before. White deers. I can't. There was something else. A white deer, a white moose. Yeah, a white moose? Are you kidding me? That was beautiful when I saw that. So, Mother Nature, this planet, Gaia, whatever you want to call her, she has already started her ascension. She's already started. So, if you don't want to miss the boat, you're going to have to raise your vibration. You're going to have to raise your thinking. You're going to have to. Because she's going to move with or without us. So if you want to move in the same direction as this planet, we got to change our thinking. What do I mean by changing our thinking? Stop focusing on negativity. I mean, obviously, there are things that need to be said. There are things that need to get out. But what I mean by, like, stop focusing on negativity, like, don't think like, oh my God, what if this happens, or what if that happens, or Trump doesn't become president, we're all screwed, I'm guilty of it too, you guys. I do the same thing. But what I'm trying to say is that, what's that saying? Don't do as I say or do as I do or something. I can't remember that saying. Like, if I jump off a bridge, you gonna jump off a bridge too? I tell that to my kids all the time. Of course you're not. We're all guilty of overreacting. We're all guilty of making mistakes. But it's when we capitalize on it and we see the mistake and we correct it and we don't make that same mistake twice. No, that's just part of life. That's just who we are as human beings. We're bound to make mistakes. But we have to change our thinking. We have to. It's the only way we're going to get out of this mess. So I believe as a conscious species, as an array, with all of our thinking in the right frame of mind, I definitely think that we can pull this off. That's why Q said, Space Force is the way. I believe in the Space Force. I trust the Space Force. And I trust those generals that have highly valued integrity. I respect you, generals. The ones that care about us, the ones that love this country. I respect you, generals. I would die for you guys. I go to hell and back for you guys. But I need to know. I need to know that I can trust you. Because right now, you don't even trust our National Guard. Anybody in a federal position that's a part of this administration, they don't even trust our Guard. What does that tell you? How corrupt this administration is. You know, a lot of men will back you, generals. But you got to prove to us. You got to prove to us that you have our backs. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. We're not going to fight. We're not going to do shit. You really think you can convince us, vets? We know better. We're no schmucks. We know better. So maybe that's the reason why all those illegals came across the border. What, to round us all up? Good luck. Good luck. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. Do you know how pissed off we vets are? Do you even have a clue how pissed off we are at every single one of you brass? Do you know how pissed off we are? I'm sure you have some inkling, some kind of an idea. And you really think that your soldiers are going to be badder than ours? You think they're going to be badder than us vets? Shit. I'll fight harder, faster, stronger, smarter, and quicker than any of your guys. Because you know what? I got nothing to lose. This is the last Alamo for all of us vets. We got nowhere else to go. So if you think you can pull it off with 20 million, 30 million, I'll bet money on it. You're gonna lose. You know why I know you're gonna lose? Because God showed me. We're gonna be like a dog on a bone You try to take that bone from me? Well, you know what happens when you try to take away a bone from a dog, how he reacts. Yeah. Good luck with that. You're gonna have to pull off the nukes, elites. And you're not gonna do it. You may try to pull off a psyop, a psyop scare for propaganda, reasons. You could even probably fake a nuclear strike with CGI. There's a lot of amazing things that you guys can do with your technology. But the real question is, you really think that we're going to believe your bullshit? When you try to lie to me when I'm onto you, do you realize how stupid you look? But hey, I already know I'm dealing with sociopaths. None of you care. None of you. That's all right. Because when this body dies, I'm coming for you all. And I'm going to round you all up. And I'm going to take you where you belong. So that you can't do it again. That's not a threat. That's a fucking promise. So it doesn't matter what you do. Because when my life's over, you're completely fucked. That's all there is to say. You elites are done. Whether you think you're safe in some kind of parallel reality, I'll find you. Mark my words. Archangel Sambafon will find you. Yeah. I know a lot of you are like, oh my God, you're so out there, dude. You're Section 8. Well, prove to me that there's life after death. Well, isn't that the kettle calling the kettle black? So I could turn it around, I could point it right back at you. See, this is a channel of spiritual faith. If you don't have any faith, you're never going to believe any of this. And I don't expect you to. But I'm here to fulfill a mission, and I'm going to do it. Whether you generals like it or not. It's happening when I turn 52. That's next month. "40 days from now." Wow. 40 days from today, I'll be 52. I'm very curious to know what's going to happen to me. I have a funny feeling I'm going to have a spiritual recall. That could cause some serious problems for you guys. You elites. I know that all of you elites are not all bad. But you've turned a blind eye. So that makes you just as guilty. Even though you're good. But you just don't want to be a part of this world. You want to be parallel to it and kind of ignore everything like it's not your problem. So you have the power, you have the ability to look beyond, and yet you see your own doing bad, but yet you do nothing about it. That's like your neighbor committing murder. You know about it, but you're not doing anything about it because it doesn't affect you, because it hasn't hit you at your doorstep. Somehow I feel there's a part of me that doesn't quite fully believe all of that. You good elites, you have a choice here. Do what's right or be judged for eternity. I'm putting you on notice right now. I'm putting you on notice right now. Do what's right or face eternity in the abyss. That's all there is to say. That was from God. I wanted to make a note on that. He said that, not me. Whether you believe me, folks, God does speak through me. And I don't expect you to believe it. I don't. You either believe me or you don't. I honestly don't care. Because I know the truth. I will not, as God is my witness, and I've made this promise to God, I will not allow the devil and his dominions to usurp heaven. However you think you're going to pull it off, Lucy, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to catch you. And I'll be there when it happens. The throne of God will not be overtaken. Mark my words, it will not. You Satanists think that your black magic works on Christians. You're fools. Your garbage doesn't work on me. Never has. I laugh. I literally laugh. I laugh. I'm kind of curious how you think you're going to try to pull it off, Lucy. What, are you going to somehow use your so when people pass away and they go to heaven, you think that your so-called is going to actually allow your beings to attach themselves? Are you kidding me? It doesn't work that way. So that theory doesn't work. Holy fire. Demons can't do that. Not unless I'm completely missing something that I am completely unaware of. Strong possibility. I definitely don't trust Lucy. And he's always thinking of a creative idea on how to spit in God's face. Yeah, you're not going to usurp heaven. I can promise you that. That ain't going to happen. Stay tuned, guys. Things are about to kick off like a raging bull. Can't trust a bull. Bull is very unpredictable. But, excuse me, but, like, I don't know why my voice does that. It's like I'm still going through puberty. I'm 52, and my voice still does that. It's like, I don't get it. I don't know why my voice does that sometimes. I must be tired. That's too funny. Well, guys, I don't want to bore you, but just know and remember that if God is for us, who could be against us? I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace out.